Now students will study very interesting topic that will talk about vapor pressure of a liquid solution. We'll study vapor pressure of a liquid solution. Now already we have studied what is vapor pressure. Now whenever it comes to liquid solutions, what do we have to understand? Solvent is always liquid. Okay. And solute may be gas, may be liquid, and may be solid. Already the combination of liquid and gas we have seen where we learns about Henry's law. Now we will talk about these two, liquid plus liquid and liquid plus solid. Okay, and this is the relation quantitatively was given by a scientist whose name was Raoult, and he has given certain laws which we talk about, and it's called a Raoult's law. Okay, so what is vapor pressure? Exactly, you know, when in a closed container a pure liquid is kept over there in a closed container. The two process always goes on the surface. One is condensation, one is evaporation, vaporization, second is condensation. When they come in equilibrium at that time, some pressure is exerted pressure is exerted by vapor on surface of liquid. This is called vapor pressure. What is it called? This is called vapor pressure. So guys, आने vapor pressure कहवाए. Okay, so what are we going to talk about now? When we see the liquid kind of thing, what Raoult has talked about in the liquid kind of things. So he is a scientist, a French scientist. His name was Francois Marie Raoult. In 1886, he carried out a plenty of experiments on number of binary solutions. Okay, so what he did that, how the pressure, okay, this pressure is exerted by the two factors are responsible for them. One is nature of liquid, it means how volatile it is. If it is highly volatile, the pressure will be more. Why? Because the pressure, the vaporization of that liquid will goes very high, and it will come back also very faster, so that will exert a very higher pressure on them. Okay, and the second thing is temperature. As and when we increase the temperature, the evaporation rate will be higher, vaporization rate will be higher, and the vaporization rate will be higher, so that pressure will also be exerted more. So guys, we have to keep it in mind, these are the two factors which are responsible to increase the vapor pressure. Temperature, when you increase the temperature, and the nature of the liquid, what kind of liquid are we using. Now let us see how the Raoult's law for the, what is the Raoult's law for the binary solution of volatile liquid. Now we talk about a binary solution. Whenever we talk about a binary solution, we have to make sure that I have only one solute and one solvent. Okay, here in our book they have talked about A and B. Okay, in our textbook it is given 2, 1 and 2. So 1 for solvent they have taken, and 2 for solute they have taken. Now what can we do? We will talk about always a vapor pressure. Now vapor pressure of pure solvent is considered as P naught. Okay, and the vapor pressure of pure solvent is always greater than vapor pressure of solution. Vapor pressure of solution. So guys, we have to make sure this thing. And for that, what happened, he has taken two surface, two liquids, two components, component 1 plus component 2. Okay, now in this component 1 and 2, he said that it has a mole fraction. This is the pressure. Sorry, for component 1, the mole fraction is x1 and x2, whereas the vapor pressures which we call as a partial vapor pressure. Okay, they are the partial pressures. We call it as the partial pressures. Partial pressures are P1 and P2. So dear students, what does it indicate? That according to him, the law says that respectively, then he says this, कि P1 is directly proportional to x1, P2 directly proportional to x2. What does he says? Then to remove this proportionality sign, he kept it one constant, and that constant is P1 not x. Now whenever you see P1 not x, it means P1 not x is a vapor pressure of pure component. I'm going to take about a component because in textbook we have taken about a component, so it is a pure component. Okay, we have a pure component. Similarly, we have a P2, where P2 can be also denoted in this way. So this is what called a P2 as a pure component. Now let us understand what does this indicate. This is given in a statement, for you can write down for a solution. For a solution, this is the definition or a statement you can write down of two miscible of two volatile liquid or component or liquids. You can say two volatile liquids. What is it says? The partial vapor pressure, the partial vapor pressure, the partial vapor pressure of each component is proportional to its mole fraction at given temperature. Guys, make sure at a different temperature the mole fraction can also change. So guys, this is very important to write down. So the vapor pressure, this is the statement you have to make sure. Now let us understand the Dalton. What does the Dalton say? The Dalton's partial pressure law. We are going to derive an equation. Now Dalton's partial pressure law, he says that P total, the total pressure exerted by both the liquid. Let's have this two part. Okay, this is one beaker where I have two solutions. Let's say another color I'm going to choose, and that's a red color. Okay, red color mixer, molecules of another liquid. Okay, and a green color is a molecule of another liquid. So A and B are given over here. So he says that the partial pressure, the total pressure exerted by, now this is in a closed system. Okay, this always takes place in a closed system. Then and then the vapor pressure will exit, otherwise it will not exist. So guys, what happened here in this case? So what happened, that P total is nothing but P1 plus P2. Okay, now what is P1 plus P2? Already we have know that P1 is equals to what? The P1 is equals to P1 naught into x1, that is mole fraction. Then according to this, P naught 2 into x2. So what do we have? Now let us know, okay, exactly we know the mole fraction is always 1. Therefore, can I write down x1 is equals to 1 minus x2? Yes sir. So can we replace this value by this? If I'm going to replace this value by this, what will I get? I get an equation like this. Let's have expansion of this equation. You are very good at maths, I am aware of it. So please make sure you do correct equation over here. Now when I'm going to make sure this two, the x2 is common, my equation goes like this. It looks like this: P1 naught minus, sorry, here plus P2 minus P1 naught into x2. And a simple suggestion to all of you, simple one. What is that? P naught 2, by default you have to take greater than P naught 1. Understand? And how can you identify that pressure should be highest all the time wherever you want to go for it? So guys, this is what we have to understand. P0 and P naught 1 and P naught 2 are the constant at a given temperature, and that reveals that this equation reveals that pressure, partial pressure, is a linear function. It's a linear function of x2. It's a linear function of x2 or x1. This means that whenever we are going to draw a graph versus P versus XB or P versus XA, is always going to be straight line. એટલે આવી રીતે. This is total pressure and this is XA. So A line આખી straight આવી જ જશે. It will go like straight only. Okay, directly proportional થઈ જાય. Why? Because this all things are constant. If all these things are constant, then I can write directly P total is equal to directly proportional to this. That is the reason why, guys, this is very, very important for us. Now, this is what, make sure, one important portion I would like to say, that x1 and x2, these are the mole fraction of each component present in solution. Guys, this is in a solution phase. Now what happened, you can see here, whenever there is a vapor goes on, okay, there are two kinds of molecules also present over here. What are they? They are in the vapor phase. So dear students, when they talk about the vapor phase, mole fraction y1 and y2 are mole fraction in vapor phase, and a very interesting and intelligent topic that we have to cover is this. If I want to find it out y1, then I need to find it out P1 upon P total, and y2 is equals to P2 upon P total. Guys, these two are very, very useful for us. So these two equations are very, very useful for us. Why? Because this can be asked in your, exactly, you are right, this is going to be asked in your examination, where MCQs can be asked in that way, or can be given in a numerical. Let's see one of the numerical given in our textbook, where it shows such kind of change and this vapor pressure in the fraction mole. Let us see one of the question over here. Yes, it's example number 2.5. Let's solve the example number 2.5 over here. Example 2.5, that is solved on a page number 45. Page number 45. So dear students, this is what we have to understand. What this is, we have to make sure that by 1 correlation, 2 correlation. You can take A and B as well, okay, which I used to take it in the previous videos also. You have seen that I have taken A for solvent and B for solute and B for solute. But as it is given in a textbook, and Gujarat board is completely going to follow the textbook NCERT blindly, so what we going to do, yeah, even modification is always possible, but whenever you can write down this, make sure the vapor pressure, whosoever's vapor pressure is higher, can be considered as a P2. So first we will write down a P1, the vapor pressure of component 1 and vapor pressure of component 2. You decide which one is the more one. You can see the question given in a textbook. Vapor pressure of a chloroform CHCl3 and dichloromethane CH2Cl2 at 298 Kelvin are 200 mm and 415 mm of Hg. So the greater is 415 mm of Hg. So dear students, what can I do? I can write down this P2. Whose is the respectively? It means this will be dichloromethane. It will be dichloromethane, and the 200, what is given over here, the 200 millimeter of Hg will be of chloroform, and the chloroform has this formula CHCl3. So dear students, they talk about this thing. Then they said calculate the vapor pressure of solution prepared by. So we need to find out the vapor pressure of the solution of a solution prepared by. Solution prepared by means मतलब क्या हुआ? Then I need to find out P is equals to what? P of solution. So I can write down P total. I need to find it out. P total is equals to what? Okay, P1 plus P2. Okay, and this is what the given for the pure solvent. This is for given for the pure solvent, and I know individually P1 and P2. What I can find it out? For that I need this P1 is equals to what? The formula of P1 is P1 naught into X1 plus P2 naught into X2. So dear students, these are the things which we have to find it out. Now what is X1 and X2? They are the mole fraction. And how can I find it out the mole fraction? The mole fraction is very simple. What is it? Okay, X1 is equals to N1 upon N1 plus N2. Okay, what about X2? Okay, X2 is equals to N2 upon N1 plus N2. Sir, but there is no mole fraction given over here. So what can we do? Yes, but they have given two compounds mixed over there. Yani 25.5 gram of methane, sorry, chloroform, and 40 gram of dichloromethane. So what is that? That is W1 is chloroform. So W1 chloroform lewa beta apna. So what can we do? We take it as a 25.5 gram. Okay, and W2 is given as, what is it given to us? It is given as a 40 gram. What is it given as a 40 gram? Now let's find it out first, the number of moles. Number of moles of what? Okay, number of moles of different component. So number of moles of one, N1. What is one? One is my chloroform. Okay, the chloroform. Chloroform એટલે શું? Okay, I need to find it out. W1 upon M1. What is W1? It is 25.5 gram. Okay, અને આમાં chloroform નું વજન કેટલું? What is molecular mass of chloroform? તો કહે છે કે M1 એટલે કે આનું chloroform CHCl3 is equals to 12 plus 1 plus 3 into 35.5. Total will be 119.5. Okay, so this will be the one of the factor, 119.5 mole per liter. Okay, mole, gram per mole, sorry, it will be gram per mole. Okay, then what is M2? M2 is dichloromethane. Dichloromethane matlab 12 plus 2 plus 71. It will be 85 gram per mole. So dear students, here the answer will be 119.5, and N2 is equals to W2 upon M2 is equals to, what is the weight given over here? They have given a 40 gram. 40 gram divided by 85 gram. So when I divide these two, what will I get? I get something is like that 0.213. And here, what will be that number of moles over here? It will be 0.47. These are the moles which I got it. These are the moles which I got it. Now let's go for the X1 and X2. So let's find it out. X1, what is X1? X1's formula already we have written, N1 upon N1 plus N2. What is N1? N1 is 0.213. What is N2? Sorry, 0.213 plus 0.47 is equals to what? So you will get this kind of answer for mole fraction. Okay, 0.213 divided by 0.213 divided by 7, यानी यहाँ तो 3 आएगा, यहाँ 8 आएगा, यहाँ 6 आएगा. 0.683 is equals to, I will get 0.312. So what will be X2? X2 will be 1 minus X1. So 1 minus X1 એટલે કેટલા? તો કે છે કે સર આપણે આને લખી શકીએ આવી રીતે કે 1 minus 0.312. It is equals to 0.688. Answer is 0.688. Okay, so this is the first thing which we got it. So this is a really a good big one sum. And then let's see total. Now we will see the total. What is the total? Let us talk about the total. Total pressure, partial pressure, P total. We are going to use this formula. P1 naught plus P2 naught minus P1 naught into X2. Chalo, what is P1 naught? P1 naught is given to us is, what is it? Let's see here. Yeah, it's 200. It's 200. Okay. Plus 415 minus 200 into mole fraction of X2, 0.688. So answer, what will be the answer over here? If you just go here and there, then you will get an answer of 347.9. This is what mm of Hg. That's it. This is what we got. This is the first portion that gets over. Now I need to find it out. Vapor pressure, second portion, vapor pressure, mole fraction in a vapor phase, mole fraction in a vapor phase. So vapor phase માટે શું આવે? તો કે y1 is equals to p1 upon p total. Okay. Now what is p1? P1 already I know, p1 into x1 upon p total. So what is the value of p1 naught? P1 naught ni value is that 200. Okay. X1 is 0.312 divided by 34 7.9. અને આ જે કરીએ બેટા, આવું જે આવે, આનો જે આન્સર મને મળે. Okay, so what will I get? I will get for P1, and it is the answer. આનો બેનો મલ્ટીપ્લાય કરીને કરવાનો છે. CH3 નો, CH4 નો, 0.18. What will I get? 0.18. Similarly, y2 is equals to, બે રીતે કરાય. શું કરવાનું? આપણે ડાયરેક્ટ આ જ કરવાનું, 1 minus y1 કરી દેવાનું. No need to do extra મજૂરી. Okay, and smartly if you do work, 72 answer આવો જોઈએ. Yeah, it will be 82. This is 82.82, and this will be mole fraction. So mole fraction does not have any unit. So this is how you have to solve. So there is a one more index question given to us, and that index question is on a page number, I will let you know. It is on a page number 49. So please do that. It's the same kind of sum, and this thing, please do watch this video again and again and try to learn. This is the solution. The Raoult's law we have studied today is only for volatile solution. This is what it is, only for volatile liquids. Two volatile liquids are there. It means both of them are responsible for both of their vapor pressure are responsible for total vapor pressure of the solution. That's it. Thank you. Have a nice time.